Eastern PA Weather Authority meteorologist Bobby Marchich here with your outlook for September 28th, 2017. For your Thursday, we have Maria now finally moving away to the east or east-northeast, and it's going to be still producing some rip currents along our shore points. We're not out of the woods yet as far as impacts, but they're starting to become more and more minimal. I think the rip currents will probably be just right in this area here, of course up to the Cape as well. But we will have in our area just the rip currents threat remaining. Nothing in the way of clouds, nothing in the way of precipitation. Maria is now exiting off to the right here and will be out of the picture finally. And we're not expecting any tropical concerns in at least the immediate future, but probably not for a while. So we will have to put that on the back burner. Not going to completely eliminate it because the tropical threat, of course, runs through the entire month of October as well. So not out of the woods yet with tropics, but we're going to keep an eye on the Caribbean next, and also in the Gulf of Mexico, because climatologically we shift our focus to that area this time of year rather than off the coast of Africa. So here's what we're looking at today. Today is going to be a partly to mostly sunny day, but we're also going to have winds coming in from the northwest and kind of gusty sometimes. You could have some wind gusts up to about 30 miles per hour in some locations, but generally we're talking about sustained winds 12 to 18 across the entire region, and that will pick up late morning and then go through the evening before it subsides a little bit. So now the winds aren't going to be too high, but it will be definitely breezy today. And here's Maria moving off to the east, and in its place we have partly to mostly sunny skies, and that will continue on Friday. This is a short wave that we were talking about in the lead of a secondary trough that's going to leave it even colder for the weekend. Cooler, I should say, not cold. But temperatures today will, of course, be held in the 70s. Same thing for Friday, maybe a degree or two cooler, so upper 60s to low 70s from north to south on Friday. And then the secondary shortwave is going to come through, or excuse me, the shortwave is going to come through on the lead of a secondary trough that's going to settle in over the weekend and keep temperatures for most places in the 60s. But you may get out of the 60s here for our urban areas and southern areas on Sunday into the lower 70s. But either way, it's going to be chillier on Saturday, a lot chillier than what we dealt with recently, and an abrupt change. This is also a transient shot, which means we're not going to be dealing with this for very long. We're going to start moderating again next week. We'll get into that in a second. First of all, this shortwave coming through has very little moisture with it. This is going to come through mainly overnight Friday night with a few showers, and that's it. Here's overnight. And again, central northern areas are probably going to stand the best chance of seeing one of those showers. And then on Saturday morning, you have a leftover shower here early, we think, and then it becomes partly cloudy throughout the day, maybe mostly sunny as high pressure builds in. It'll definitely be mostly clear overnight as that high pressure sits right over top of the area. Let's go over the NAM high-res, or excuse me, the NAM 12-kilometer future simulator radar, and this is going to be showing that shortwave Friday. This is now Friday morning. I'm going to move forward from this point. Here's Friday evening, and then overnight you can see very, very little, very spotty, very isolated overnight. Quick shower some places, and that's it. And then once we get to 8 o'clock in the morning on Saturday, it looks like the NAM anyway takes most, if not all, this precipitation offshore and keeps Saturday just completely dry. Here's 10 a.m. on Saturday, same deal here. So nothing going on during the day on Saturday, according to the NAM. So the trend has been more to consider any isolated shower happening overnight Friday night as opposed to Saturday. So it does look like most, if not all, of your weekend is dry. And this is your only shot, folks. The only shot you have at precipitation for the next 10 days. European model is completely dry after that point. Okay, and that's the one we use most frequently. High pressure is going to be dominant, sitting over top of the area here on Sunday, so bright sunshine on Sunday. Same thing here for Monday. It shifts a little bit eastward, but that doesn't really do much except for temperatures are going to start progressively coming up a little bit, but not a whole lot. This next warm spell that's coming in here is not going to be as warm as last time, and through the 7-day forecast period, we're probably not really getting warm per se, or closing in on the 80-degree mark until we get to about Wednesday. But this dry this entire time frame. Here's a look at Wednesday, and this is the day that we expect some places to hit 80 degrees, probably down here by Philadelphia would be one of those places. But then as we head towards the latter part of next week, heading into the following weekend, we may have temperatures that are going to be approaching the lower to middle 80s. I don't think it's going to be another situation where you're hitting 90 or above. I think once you're getting too far past the climatological end of summer here, for that to occur, for 90s to occur. I think we're done with 90s for the rest of the year, but we still can have some temperatures certainly in the lower to middle 80s in some spots, and that would be toward the end of next week. I'm Eastern PA Weather Authority meteorologist Bobby Marchich. That is our outlook for September 28th, 2017. Have a great Thursday.